Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me well. We're gonna get started. Yep, you can hear me. Sweet. Is the music alright? Not too overpowering? Sounds clear, it's fine. Okay, let's get started. So, where we left off last time was here. We sort of finished her anatomy. I also worked off stream for maybe another half an hour after the stream. So she's very naked and she needs some hair at the back as well. And I think I'll revisit her face as well. But I was hoping we could get her dressed to the stream. Okay. We put the window to the side. Okie dokie. I should probably also import some sort of image so you guys can see what we're working on. If you're new here and you don't know what's going on, I'm making a 3D sculpt slash statue, like a fan art of Layla from Vampire Hunter D. It's this old gothic anime title. Really cool. Just the right amount of spooky for the Halloween season. Hello everyone. Hey Dikikashi. Welcome. Welcome. Also, you guys let me know if you want to see the chat. I think, yeah, I can leave it on if you want to read it as well. Just put this here. If not, I can always turn it off. Hey Skyrie, welcome to the stream. Okay, her face looks weird. That's what I wanted to start with. Out, maybe something about it. I mean, she's got a pretty intense portions in the cartoon. Look at this. So I'm not too far off, and she it's kind of meant to look a bit alien-y. Arms look nice and clean. Thank you. The art is so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. We'll come back to them because I really want to get her dressed. So, in the movie, she's wearing this bodysuit situation with the leather jacket, the cropped leather jacket on top. So I was thinking we could start with the bodysuit and go from there. Just need to find a good reference of what her neckline looks like. Oh, this is a pretty good reference, I guess. The way I like to start out my clothes, let's quickly rename it to body. This can be hair. I never bother naming the hair group because I keep on splitting and merging stuff in it, so the names would never stay consistent. Okay, now I just take my masking brush by holding down Control and select lasso. I like to turn off perspective. Actually, let me close the window. I'll be right back. That's better. It's almost summer here and it's so hot. I was warned before coming to Australia that it was gonna be hot, but this is the next level of what hot feels like. It was 30 degrees during the week. All that. Boots are interesting. I feel like I would want to model them separately though. Okay, grab this much. And then she's got this cool V-shaped thing going on the front and the back, I believe. Let's quickly grab freehand masking tool. I'm not being too precious with it because we can always adjust it once it's actual geometry. Oh, it's hot here, haha. Oh my god. I grew up in South Africa, I feel your pain. Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, I grew up in Moldova and we get hot summers here as well. Oh, there. But it's October. It's not even summer officially. Summer would start in December. Add this sleeveless suit and then the jacket on top. So just trying to gauge how short the vest part is, like where does it end? Some point of the movie, yeah, there's a reference, she gets wounded, spoilers, and one of the protagonist undresses her to, like, takes off her jacket to tend to her wounds, and we can see her shoulders. This much is good. The neck part. Let's do something like this. And then it can be up to the artist's interpretation of what the back of her neck looks like. Okay, that's good. I like to just either extract it or Ctrl-Shift-D on my keyboard to create a copy. I delete the levels Control W to create a group out of the masked area, then Control Shift click on the masked group, and then I can delete hidden. If you don't know where delete hidden is, or any of these things are, most of them would be in geometry. Modify topology. Yeah. Checking that I'm showing the entirety of the UI. Hi from Argentina, cool design, amazing anatomy. Thank you, Santiago. Not my design, but I have worked on anatomy. The design is from Vampire Hunter D. The name of the movie is in the description. Hi Layla, it's 4:48 AM here in Mumbai, feeling sleepy. See ya in the morning. Oh good. Yeah, it's 27 degrees Celsius at 7 PM. We have no winter. Oh no, isn't that what awaits me in summer? There's just no escaping it. There's no rain. If you have an AC at home, that's good. So I just inflate a little bit, fill it with red color. She's immediately more recognizable. This way. Something happened here. There's a little hole. Don't worry not, we can just go in, select one of the edges of the hole, select the Z modeler brush, and now when hovering over an edge of the hole, hit spacebar and go close and and there it is. Although sometimes it can create that thing. Let me save before I regret it, because sometimes Z modeler operations on high polygonal mesh can trigger crashes in ZBrush. So close, concave. What? Interesting. Why did it change? Well, it doesn't matter for me, but usually it shouldn't change the topology. It has to do with the settings, maybe. Oh well. Regardless, the hole is closed, and now we can go to geometry, remesher, activate your symmetry. And let's set it to something like 11K, 12K. R-I-D. Yep. Yeah, New Zealand is heating up now. It is? Hello, Layla. Hello, Hussein. Hussein? Is it spring there? Yes, a very hot spring. Seasons are called wet and dry. That's true, that's true. See, I've only been here 3 months, not used to the wet and dry season thing. And there's another hole here. How did I miss that? Close it. Near and well. Relax it a little bit. Let's go through the whole thing and make sure there are no holes anywhere. Okay. Well, let's run ZBrush again. Oh, with the symmetry on, and let's bring it down halfway. Okay, that's better. A trick that I show every time I use ZBrush, but I'll show it again. Let's say there's an area you don't like and ZBrush did something there. Just hold down Shift without the Sculptures Pro activated and just gently smooth out that area. Or in our case, we could just, you know, stitch it in ZModeler, but What ZBrush will do next time, it will take into account the area that you smoothed out, and it will try to get rid of the pinch or any like artifact that it has created. You see? So, do I like it? Yeah, that's pretty good. I just need it to be more low poly, like half of that, and even more. Yeah, that would be a good density for me to work with. But I don't like what's going on here. I don't like it at all. I really liked it here. So, to direct ZBrush, what we could do, we can grab slice curve brush. And by the way, they are available if you hold down Ctrl and Shift. They will appear here. And we can slice the model like so. Imagine your model is a sandwich. Now, if we go to ZBrush and we say keep groups and slide the smooth groups parameter to like something really small. Now what ZBrush will try to do, it will try to maintain the borders of each group, which is great for us because the borders are kind of driving the topology. But I'm not quite happy with it yet. Before we do that, let's roll back, and I want to use our ZBrush guides to ensure that all of the topology in the chest area goes like a grid. Why is it important? It will come into play when... come on. When we're sculpting all the little folds. When you're smoothing geometry that has pinching or stars in it, it's not gonna look good. And you'll have to like smooth it out a lot more than you would have had to with good topology. Hello Layla, hello Anjana, welcome. How did you make this amazing anatomy? You can check out all the previous streams on this channel. We started her, I believe, in June? Maybe May? Then I had a break because I moved to Australia, and then we continued to work on her again. I know the character Vampire Hunter D is one of my favorite movies. I love everything about it. It's really hard not to love it. It's a really good movie indeed. I'm yet to meet anyone who said anything bad about it. It's just... why don't they make movies like that anymore? They had great characters in it, aren't heroes or villains, and had a great plot that doesn't make the viewer feel like an idiot, you know? They don't just give everything away straight away at the start of the movie. I don't know. Great experience for anyone looking for Halloween-ish watch. And you like anime? Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I might just get rid of some unnecessary loops, like here. I can slide it. Probably hard to see for you guys. Go. Those loops were for the butt area. Oh well, we can relax them in the front a little bit. So you might say, Layla, you're getting rid of all of that detail that you sculpted. Yes, but we're gonna bring it back. Before we do that, let's read the chat. Which anime is this? Vampire Hunter D. Yeah, thank you. Movie of 2000, yeah. It's the year I was born in. Do you have plans to run Topology on it? No, just ZBrush. This character is for fun. I'm not planning to do the full pipeline on it. Not for this one. Retopo tools are on their way into ZBrush 2, gonna be easier for hard surface sculpting. Yes, I'm so excited. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god! You know how everyone's excited about Hollow Knight or whatever, Silk Song, and all the new games coming out of Hades 2. I saw Topology in ZBrush, I'm like, please, give it to me, give it to me. Yes, that's something about how obsessed I am with ZBrush. On the other note, you see what I did here? Before, after. I added an extra loop around each border that will help me preserve the shape of the borders a bit better. Sort of support loops, if you're familiar with subdivision modeling techniques. And it did it on the bottom as well. Fine. We'll get to it. Hello, hello. Can't wait for the Topology tools, they look so good. Yeah, for sure. Okay, now save again. Let's turn everything off. We don't this block out anymore. By the way, if you're interested, this is what she looked like before as a block out of just primitive shapes. And then that's where we are now. So as you can see, quite a lot changed. I didn't keep it exactly the way we blocked out. For instance, the tummy came down a bit. I think I expanded the rib cage a little bit. Yeah, whole thing. Anyway, get rid of this and the head. Oh. Now let's turn off everything but the body and the suit. We can expand the suit by holding down Control and dragging the yellow square. You see? It's inflating it. Kind of like one of those inflatable costumes for Halloween. I also like to, if there are any parts still submerged under, I like to bring them out. Takes a few seconds. Now go to project and project it all. Great. Now we got all of our details back. Great. Just the shape. Inflate it more. Okay. That's really interesting pants as well. Let me show you. Some of this is fan art, but I think it's pretty accurate to what the show looks like too. Yeah, so they're kind of like sticking out. Very interesting design. Let's subdivide it 2 times and project everything again. Okay, pretty good. You guys are quiet, so I'll assume you don't have any questions. Now, obviously, we're not gonna just leave it like that. We'll sculpt all the bolts. Also, I just need to see how much do we need to sculpt. Man, it's a very intricate design, isn't it? Start again. It looks to me like there is a black suit, like lining underneath, and then there are these almost like carcasses that are sitting on top of it. So the leg carcass thing, and then the waist area, kind of like a corset, and then the chest area, and then the black sticking out in these two areas. Kind of makes sense because they're most mobile. Like, she moves a lot through here and there, if you imagine movement of the character. And then there's a jacket that sits on top, and the weird gloves, bracers, not sure. Okay, so let's do it. It's actually more like this. Now, let's do it again. Maybe we'll do it from here. Go down, delete hidden, delete lower. Now the corset roughly starts under the boobs. Delete poly loop. And it ends roughly here. Oops. Now if we select just normal select brush, if you're unsure of how I'm doing it, Control Shift, dragging on the area with the green rectangle will select that area. Now to expand it to its maximum of connectivity with the other elements, it's Control Shift A. So it basically, stops where the border of the mesh stops. And now I want to delete hidden. So this be my corset. Now we can just roll back this one. So this one's gonna be red. I think I ever found any photos of her from the back, so I'm not sure what that corset looks like from the back. So we're gonna interpret. I'm gonna select this area, gonna go to deformation and polish. not gonna be a lot of commentary here because I'm just matching the shape of what I'm seeing on the reference. So, and I'm not using any fancy tools or brushes, it's just the move brush. And sometimes I turn on AccuCurve, sometimes I turn it off. That's pretty much it. I started working on a female bust too. All this time I've done only men and creatures. Interesting. I am the opposite. I don't think I've done enough creatures or men. I've modeled a fair share of animals, but not creatures. Okay. Now for the top bit. And that ends here. Hidden red color. Yep, there it is for now. Just goes more like this. Very interesting design of a suit. I wonder what it was based off. I should bring this image in so you guys see what I'm modeling. Texture, import. Yes. Female likeness are harder for me for sure. I see. For me, that's the opposite. We gotta practice both. And different ages too. And yeah, just variety. Variety's good. Okay, what I'm missing? The legs. Again, Control-Shift-D to create a copy. That's a tricky one. What does her butt look like from behind? I'm just realizing, surely there aren't like these spikes, right? Because she wouldn't be able to sit or do anything. Damn. Okay. Legs. Okay. Let's research, guys. because I'm lost. It looks very different in the manga too. She has long flowing hair. Okay, here's some reference there. Cosplayers cut it kind of like under. I'll get that image in. Oh, there you go. With reference. It's for reference only, guys. Reference only. Interesting. Are there any back views of her? That's what I'm trying to find. But cosplay could be good as well. Why can't I open this image? I can't open any of them. This one. Rest of it. Image. Maybe some cosplay. Hi, nice to meet you again. I'm Korean. Cool, nice to meet you. I'm Moldovan. Okay. Well, you see, that's as close as I could get to the back view of her from the movie. Couldn't find anything else. Wow. Okay. Back. There's literally nothing. View. I have so many images on my reference board, but I wasn't able to find any of her from behind. Oh well. It is what it is. We're gonna interpret. Okay. Now let's pull this back, or down, should I say. And I think we don't need the black to be all the way down there. Yeah. So, we can get rid of this part. From here on down. Yep. Okay, maybe a bit lower, just to have some extra. Maybe pausing a YouTube clip of the show might help. I think I went through the whole show and took screenshots. Just nothing. You guys want to find it right now and, like, I don't know, watch it on the background. And if you see any back views, just send me a timestamp and I'll find it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna interpret. I just don't think I can show an actual cartoon on stream for copyright reasons. Okay, geometry, edge loop, and I want to polish it slightly. Okay. That works. My arm is distracting me, so hide them for a minute. Not much cosplay images of her character either on Google. Yeah, I mean, it's a niche movie that not a lot of people know about. And it wasn't as popular as some of the movies from that era or shows like Evangelion. It never reached those heights of popularity. But it doesn't really matter to me. I'm still making a fan art. Layla. Group loops, but instead of that, let's just insert support loop here. And there's something going on here. Must have been from when we were dynameshing the original mesh. So let's just select a piece of fabric here and then Ctrl-Shift-A to expand it, because that tangle wasn't part of it. It's not gonna select it, so we're gonna delete it and get rid of it. Easy peasy. Now give it 2 subdivision levels, turn everything off, turn these 2 on and project all, and it's just gonna have a bit more details. Now let's mask the border, go to deformation and relax a little bit, or polish. That looks about right. Okay, now let's do the same. Should we? Let's refine the forms some more and then we can do the same for the rest of the pieces. Did you save yet? I saved about like 3 minutes ago. I'm good for now. But thank you for reminding. If any of you guys are working and you haven't saved yet, it's time to save. Time for interpretation. Doesn't look good. What if we bring it down? Maybe if we switch to brighter material, it'll be easier for you guys to see. It will be covered by a jacket anyway, so maybe I shouldn't be obsessing that much. Check this. Have saving OCD, don't mind me. No, that's good. That's how you don't suffer from inevitable crashes. It's good. So you're continuing with that character from last time, right? Yes. Same character. That's down the middle. So we'll add it later. Just making a mental note about it. I'm more or less happy with the carcass part of it. It's not bad. Now I just want to make a border mask and expand it slightly. Where is it? Subtool, project. Now let's add a support loop here and there. We subdivide it, it will lose some of its sharpness. Not a lot. Sorry, neighbors being really loud. But because I have a noise suppression thing on, you guys shouldn't hear it. Subdivide again and again. Masking, border, row mask. I just don't want these edges to get affected. Boost mask, projectile. About this. Pretty cool. And that's why we needed a good anatomy base before starting to work on the suit. Title of the stream correct? Yeah, okay. Cool. I was worried for a second that sometimes it happens that the previous streamer's name gets like somehow is inherited on the next stream. Weird OBS stuff. Not actually sure if it sticks out this much, but I'm an artist. I can take some creative liberties. Okay. The same with the legs. Subdivided them a couple of times. project. Something happened in here, which is a pretty common thing to happen with projections. The tighter the place gets, so it usually happens in between the fingers or sometimes in the corners of the mouth and of the character. The projection will freak out and will give you some artifacts like the ones that you've just seen there. So I usually just grab my smooth brush and smooth it out and reproject it again, or just move it out of the way. Now let's bring out whatchamacallem, the silhouette. Okay. Thumbnail. You can't see it because the chat is on top. I'm gonna disable the chat for a minute because you guys are quiet. And let's check the silhouette. Do I like it? The answer is no. Why don't I like it? That's a bit of a harder question to answer. It's usually just the feeling that I get. I guess it's the trained eye from looking at all the art on ArtStation over the years. Sounds funny, but actually works. It is a muscle you can train. If I select this area and I just relax it a little bit, polish it. It's a bit better. The way to check the silhouette is, let's move this one back. You can just switch to flat colors and see how colors go against each other. So I can see straight away that I want to improve this V shape here, because it's kind of like boring right now. But with just a few clicks, you can make it more interesting. Same here. I'm not doing any crazy manipulations because we are in a flat color and we're unable to see the actual geometry. It's all just like the silhouette. So yeah, no crazy adjustments. You guys are quiet again, so I'm just gonna keep going until I'm tired and hungry, because it's 10 AM here and I haven't had breakfast. Also, check out my t-shirt for any of the Ghibli fans out there. Okay, top bit doesn't have any projections on them. Have you had your meal? No. It's okay. Have some tea and we'll have it after the stream. So you guys, you learning ZBrush is my priority. I'm committed. Who needs breakfast? Obviously, I'm joking. If any of you took me seriously, please don't. Have breakfast, and it's very important. And had I not had a noise gate on my microphone, you would hear my stomach growling, so don't do that. Noticing her costume is so weird. She's got these stripes on her chest, but they just start on her breasts. They don't have to all be there, right? I just don't want to pull this red thing down too much. I don't want it to be like here. I want it to have enough space. ZBrush for breakfast. I like mine scrambled with toast. Good, good. I agree. Let me bring the chat back. Probably make the chat a little bit smaller because of how much space it occupies. Do I do that? This much? In that case, I don't really have a very balanced diet because I have ZBrush for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snack. And then I have ZBrush for iPad. So there's just like, my day is so unbalanced. Because I now can sculpt in bed as well, or in a couch, or anywhere. Addiction is real. Can't help. Wait, do you mean with ZBrush too? Do you dream of ZBrush? Dream of ZBrush. That would explain all the weird stuff that goes on in my dreams. All the creatures. Must have watched too many streams with Ashley. Okay, I'm tired of this. I need to switch to something else. Okay, but top, I don't know, her jacket, a big thing, and a sleeve as well. Do it. The easiest way to mask it would be to mask this polygroup, or maybe two of them together. That's roughly the length of it. And now I need to give it an opening. Maybe I'll do it later. Ctrl+Shift+D to create a duplicate. Delete lower, Ctrl+W to create a group. Isolate the group, delete hidden. We have a base for our jacket. Turn off perspective. Let's grab our slice rectangular and just open the jacket from the top. Delete hidden, mirror and weld. Boom. The jacket is now and that. Yeah, this one. Now open. I'm gonna do the same thing we did with the other pieces, polish by groups a couple of times. Oh, something's going on there. Auto groups. Let's get rid of that. Geometry. View measure. I'm gonna slice it some more to get some nice groups. Mirror, mirror and weld. Blah blah blah. You know the drill. zero measure groups turned on. Let's zero measure. Yay. Okay. Awesome guiding lines. Better. I also want less of it. And no smoothing on the groups. Okay. I like it. Just don't like what it did here. So I'm gonna smooth it. Combine this. Your mesh again. With the lines. Okay, and we need one more poly group here. Okay, much better. Don't like this area. Okay, I'm just smoothing out areas I don't like. Ooh. Struggling a little bit. But I won't give up. Okay, better. Much better. Thank you. Ah, come on, dear Mesher, we can do it. Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna stitch these 2 points, 2 midpoints. Create a better flow. The rest I'm fine with. Not the best topology, it's not the worst. We can kind of delete this poly loop. I usually make scrambled eggs with rice. It's like a soy sauce egg bibimbap. And it tastes amazing. Don't you want to try it too? I don't eat white rice, but I could do it with brown rice. After completing the topology cleanup of this model, will you be working on the armor next? Well, there are still a lot of things to model. So I want to focus on her jacket first because it's such a central piece, and then yeah, I mean, her can't speak today. Her whole suit is sort of armor. Or do you mean the shoulder pads by armor? Okay, check it even more. There's a really wide neck opening in the jacket, as you can see. So let's do just that. As you can see, I'm not being too precious with any of the pieces, just like nudging them around until I find the right shape, and then I'll clean it up. Okay, let's quickly mask this area so it doesn't get affected as much. Maybe it would help if I turned off the coloring on everything. Maybe just leave it on her eyes. Deal with this later. There's something about her posture I don't like. That's a problem for the future, Layla. Yay! By the way, if you ever wanted to hide the mask, but you don't want it for its effect to disappear, so you still want to like sculpt with the mask affecting this area, but you don't want to see it, you can just hit Ctrl H and it's still there. I can't do anything to this area, but now it doesn't visually distract you. Pretty cool. Kind of trying to rotate it outwards a bit. It's messing with the symmetry of it. Say I wanted to straighten out this uneven edge. What I could do is I could mask, edge loop partial, select this, invert, go to deformation, and polish by groups a couple of times. But before we do that, also mask the most top point and the most bottom point. And voila, it's much cleaner. Same for the bottom one. I use a free plugin called Nix Tools to mask polygroups like that. All you have to do is hover over it and press a key. Yeah, I've seen that, I think. I don't know, it takes me 10 seconds. I guess in the long run, I'm saving 7 seconds. Or however long it takes to use the Nix Tools. But I don't know. I guess I just use it very little to justify installing a plugin. So I only use it in the blocking out stage when I'm actually creating the clothes for the character. But never again, really. I want them to be closer to the skin. Let's save. Really like the planes you have on the base mesh. You mean like the anatomy planes? Thank you. Must be really tired. Do I look tired? It's 10 AM here. Fine. It's Saturday. Why would I be tired? Slightly hungry, yes. Tired? No. Tell me though, do I look tired? It's just when I get concentrated and I work on 3D, I have this poker face. Oh, I don't know what to compare it to, but basically a very unapproachable face, people told me. But I swear I am an approachable girly. You can talk to me. And to be fair, I love to yap. To the point that my previous work, I had a good friend of mine sitting next to me, an effects artist, and we were just like yap and yap and yap. So at some point, I think after a winter break, like a Christmas break, we got to the studio and we were like set apart. That happened. feeling full of energy to me. I don't know. You see? Vampire Hunter D! Yay! Some fans in the chat. I'm actually curious for anyone who's next to a keyboard, drop like, I don't know, an emoji or some sort if you have seen Vampire Hunter D. He's pretty muscular. And I think her jacket isn't this long, so it's reaching her, well, midpoint of the ribcage, maybe. I don't know. It feels a bit too long. This feels more like it. I have much to get. Good spooky season watch. I wouldn't necessarily call it scary. It's more the atmosphere of it is so good. The world building is so good. Just like you're instantly put in this fantastical gothic world of vampires and vampire hunters and all sorts of supernatural things. We could, for fun, run a dynamic sim on this jacket and see what it does to it. Shall we? Let's inflate it like. Turn off that bit. Now let's go to dynamics. Can't see it, so I'm gonna pin it to this side. Let's say it's around like 4, maybe 5 firmness because it's a leather jacket. Maybe 4. Self collision, sure. Gravity, sure. Don't want it to be too strong. And then let's expand it a little bit. And collision volume, you need to calculate it before you run it. So it's gonna calculate everything in the scene except for the jacket. And let's deflate it a little bit. Okay. Well, that's something. Maybe expand isn't the right one, maybe contract. That's a bit much. I think up to mask the color. Okay, it's not bad. Resolution, we can increase it slightly. Inflate factor, we can decrease slightly. So inflating, basically what it does, it inflates all the other geometry that's gonna be a collider for jacket. So in our case, her body, all the cutouts that we made. Okay. I don't know. Pretty funny. I don't think I'm gonna keep it. Maybe I'll just mess around with the move brush a little bit. we could mess around with her color. Let's BT cloth. So you have to press A to bring up the cloth one. And as you can see, it's behaving a bit weirdly because it's trying to simulate as you move it. To do that, or we could run one of these, maybe no gravity but expanding, and yeah. Ooh, freaky. The world feels very expensive, similar to Elden Ring. Yeah, it does. Oh, the model is very clean, awesome. Thank you. Play. Kind of doing the thing that I wanted to. Maybe we'll leave it here and just manually finish it. It's always fun to mess around with dynamics in ZBrush. Now, as you can see, everything's jagged again because we ran that sim. Let's do some polygrouping. So let's say that would be our color. This is the base of it. Move it out. Again, mask. Polish by groups. Pretty good. Oh, by the way, I've decided on my Halloween costume this year. Our studio is doing this Halloween thing and everyone's encouraged to wear costume. So, can you guess who I'll be dressing up as? And it's from a cartoon. Cartoon movie. Layla. No, that would be too obvious. Plus, her costume is really hard to make. of all the bits and bobs. No, it's not Layla. The character does wear a lot of red, though. Writing for blow. No, that would be just more of a fairy tale. That'd be cool though. No, it's from Shrek. I'm going as Fairy Godmother from Shrek, Part 2. She is an icon of my childhood. The sass that cartoon character possesses is something I hope to have one day. Like that confidence, you know? Is the simulation applied to the color of the outfit intended as a process to give motion to the model, or was it simply a test? I was just having fun. Just wanted to show you guys what ZBrush is capable of. Not really a test, I know what it's gonna do to it. I was just having fun and showing you all the cool features. Yeah, sounds fun. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen Shrek 2, what are you doing? She is the villain of the second part. And she's amazing. And yeah, I'm doing the full thing. Wings and all. Oi Layla, Linda, thank you. Indifference? Eh? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, we'll have another around like 20 minutes or so. And then I gotta get something in my stomach. Otherwise, I'm gonna get grumpy. But after that, I could come back to our Discord. Shameless self-plug. We have a Discord, and the link to it is in the description of this video. The 3D rabbit hole. And maybe I'll just go hang out there and sculpt some more after I've had some food. So if you want, you can also join in with the voice or just text in the voice channel. You don't need to use your mic if you don't want to. But yeah, I'll be there, I think. Okay. I'm not hating this. a good block of circle. Give her those shoulder pads as well, just to have a better understanding of her proportions if we need to change anything in the body. So what are you having for breakfast besides ZBrush? What do you mean? What is there to life, to breakfast, other than ZBrush? Light helping of Maya, a bit of Unreal Engine on top. I'm having bagels with some avocado and eggs. Yeah, I'm funny. Very funny. Okay. And this in. What is the shape of those discs? I know, like. Okay, let's add a cube and we'll go from there. Go to initialize panel. You can actually replace this cube with ugly topology. By ugly, I mean this. You can replace it with a normal cube. And these sliders kind of set the resolution on X, Y, and Z axes. Now, place it here. And it goes like a diamond, so I'll rotate it 45 degrees, squish it ever so slightly. It's good, I think. Now let's delete this one, mask this one, and mask it. Come on. Mask it. Weird, it doesn't want to mask it. Do it manually, it's fine. Scale it down. This also can't see what I'm working on. This is what I'm working on. Now, how do we make it look better? Insert, swivel, edge loop. Scale. Poly loop. Oh no, poly group all. See, auto groups. This is what it looks like so far with subdivisions. Let's give it a couple more edge loops. And let's inset this poly group to create a border. That's good. Now, I think it's too small. I don't really know what function they serve, but they look cool. You can also attempt to kind of like bend them. I just added one subdivision level, and if we bend art, then art, and go into the side profile, we can sort of bend them to like around her shoulder slash almost bicep area. Yeah, I don't know, it looks a bit more natural. Fun to play around with all of these. Except mirror and weld. We subdivide them a couple more times. We can add those lines. So one of them somewhere over here and over here. And if we move the lines slightly, like slide them, we can correct the width of them to be equal. Now, if we subdivide it back up again, select this color, fill it, that's what it's gonna look like. So we need a couple more subdivision levels for it to look crisp. There you go. More or less there. Perhaps I would move this one closer. A lot of work. Now that we've added this jacket, I can see now that there is a bit more of her shoulder showing through. So I would bring these pieces in to show a bit of skin over there. Is the shoulder pad armor or more like a balloon puffy thing? I'm pretty sure it's an armor piece. As you can see, it's got like some wear and tear on the edges, and it's got this sheen to it. I don't know. It gives off armor vibes. More soft padding. 80s fashion, I guess. The original manga correct me if I'm wrong, came out in the 90s, maybe 80s. Interesting. No, yeah. Beginning in January 1983, Kikuchi has written 41 Vampire Hunter D novels spanning 53 volumes. Yep. There's an old adaptation, movie adaptation, and there is a newer one. And the newer one is where Layla is from. She looks like this. She looks a bit different in the older one, I believe. And this is the main protagonist. He looks really cool in the movie. I believe I show it every time, but I'll show it again. Olga / Olia Anofrieva, the person who inspired me to do this fan art. She made the protagonist of the movie. The oh my god, blanking Dante. I don't remember his name. But he is the vampire hunter. As well. So this is pretty good reference for the folds and how much anatomy I want to show through the suit. Anyway, spoilers. If you don't want to have any spoilers at all, you can click away. But Layla and that guy kind of, I wouldn't say in love, but they have this caring relationship for one another towards the end of the movie. It's really sweet. Yeah, Ola is amazing. Okay, on that, I believe we're at a 2-hour mark. I'm gonna wrap up. So if you guys have any questions about what I did here or anything else, let me know now so I can answer them. Otherwise, I'll be going. But after the stream ends, I will most likely hang out here, as I mentioned. That's our server, 3D Rabbit Hole, and we hang out here. The link is down below, and I'll continue working on her for maybe a bit more until I'm tired. Thank you guys so much for watching, coming here, hearing ramble about geeky stuff that I love. Nice work, thank you, Wood Caramel. Bye bye. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you here in 2 weeks' time. Bye.